Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS Guide. Now I'm gonna review Fleetfooted Sky Pirate Balthier. Let's start from his passive. His normal form and brave shift passives are a little bit different. The first main difference is the killer. The normal form is a better bird killer and the brave shift form is a better machine killer. The normal form also suggests you to equip gun and light armor, so you get boost shown in the screen. The brave shift form suggests you to equip spear and heavy armor, but I think you should ignore the spear thing because you want to equip his +4 Arcturus. It gives him 750 static attack and 100% true double hand. So for the brave shift form, even if he loses 50% attack obtained from equipping spear, he gets 100% true double hand and 750 static attack, which is obviously better. The biggest problem is his STMR. It is a cloth. This means it will negate both light armor and heavy armor passive in both forms, but it's worth that 500 static attack and 50% limit burst damage. Both forms get 200% limit burst damage, so yeah, with his Trust Master reward, it is 250%, and he also has 200% faster chain and 100% chain modifier cap, which is good and pretty standard in today. He also gets 45% physical evasion. As for static attack, X+2 Fleet-Footed Sky Pirate Balthier can get 2,250 on normal form and 2,750 on brave shift form. It is pretty decent. As a comparison, X+2 Will, who is premium, only gets 1,500 static attack. So that's all about his passive. Very decent static attack boost, but normal attack boost is kind of mediocre. Let's take a look on how to use his normal form. He has some supportive skills, but most unique thing is he can provoke buff to one ally. So it's nice if you need to sacrifice a character for instant death or other nasty skill. He also able to fully recover all allies' health and MP. However, let's be honest, you rarely use those abilities, especially in early part of battle. So in the first turn, you will use Mischarge Water, which gonna decrease 30% gun resist and boost his water limit by 30%. And the most important thing is increase your normal limit burst damage modifier by 180 times. I'm not sure whether the skill effect can be stacked if you bring Roka, so you can cast this ability again within 3 turns because it is 50% chance, okay? But I think it's not worth because it is 50% chance, okay? Just imagine if you refresh the cooldown and yes, you cast the same skill. Of course, it won't stack, okay? So yeah, don't bring Roka, okay? That's simply foolish idea, I think. And after using that, simply use your Grandis. Okay, his Grandis is useful if you're still on X+1, but if you have X+2, then you don't need to fill his limit burst gauge. And 200% limit burst damage and 300% attack are kind of mediocre, unless of course you don't bring any buffer on your party. Okay, and yes, you don't need to imperil in the first turn because your LB imperil the enemy before dealing damage. Now for the limit burst, like you can see that it only has 180 times water damage modifier, which is not impressive, but again, because the Mischarge Water and Blue Sky Bell Friend, it deals 660 times water damage, okay? Which is not the only highest water damage in the game. I can say it is the highest limit burst damage modifier in the game, okay? So maybe on Clash of Will, Maximum Morale, some characters are able to surpass this, but again, you need Maximum Morale. This attack, you don't need that, and you can achieve it on the second turn. Amazing, right? Again, you need to waste 1 slot for a friend, but I guess it's okay. Let's move to the brave shift form. The good news is his Brave Shield limit burst is flexible. However, mischarge fire in peril spear instead of gun. So if you want to get gun in peril, you need to spend one turn to use mischarge water in the normal form. It also boosts fire damage, which is gonna be useful if you want to use fire element because he is able to imbue himself with fire on this form. Now for the limit burst itself, it is insanely powerful. You can see the damage calculation in the screen. Even if there is only one right type, you deal like 902 times damage modifier. Before you say, oh, broken, etc., remember that you need to bring Fran, Blue Sky Bell Fran. And her buff only lasts for one turn, so you cannot use her as a backup chainer on that turn. So I can say it's like bringing two finishers. But the good thing is you only need to focus gearing and buffing one character instead of two. Take example, Paladin Sylvie, I've got your back. If you have two finishers, then you need to choose which finisher that will get the maximum buff. But if you use Fran and Balthier, you can simply pick Balthier and boom, insane damage. One thing to notice is this skill has 27 hits in total. However, I'm not sure whether it has bolting strike chaining frame or the damage modification or whatever. Okay, if it is not bolting strike frame, okay, I can say that maybe only beast damage that is kinda troublesome, because on the wiki you can see that 25 1 hit. So I assume that is 25 hits on beast damage, 1 hit on human and machine. Okay, so enough about Brave Shift. Now let's talk about partner. The first character is of course Blue Sky Bell Fran. Her Neo Vision form abilities are not interesting. I can say it's beyond mediocre, but it is different case when you pair her with all versions of Balthier. Treat her as a finisher if you use him with Balthier, because yes, I can say Balthier is as strong as two finishers. You also don't need much from her as the battle shield and fast, right? You can make her become provoker or do other supportive things. Okay, next is Paladin Sylvie, Matali, or other strong single target buffer. Okay, Paladin Sylvie also able to imbue two elements. Remember to take advantage of the flexible Brave Shift limit burst. And finally, because your main weapon is limit burst, you want to have Storm Seeker Aster. And if the Brave Shift limit burst can be chained with bolting strike, then Aster is also able to become his chaining partner. That's all about partner. My conclusion for Fleetfooted Sky Pirate Balthier. Combined with Fran, I can say he is the strongest finisher in the game. But again, remember it is 2 slots, okay? Without Fran, he is still very capable water finisher. Yeah, 360 times damage modifier are nothing to laugh at. But again, yeah, with Fran, he can deal like 1000 damage modifier if you divide it, okay, by 2, because yeah, it is the same like you bring 2 finisher. It is still amazing because basically you bring 500 times limit burst damage finisher. See, pretty good, right? And from what I see, on today's standard, it is not uncommon to bring 2 finishers in Dark Vision or other damage maximizing stage. Okay, so I don't think it's that big deal to bring Fran. It is big deal on the early day of FFBE. Remember that at that time we can only bring like 2 chainer as a DPS. We need to bring healer, AoE physical magic tank, provoker, buffer. But today we don't need to do that anymore. Okay, so it's okay to bring 2 finisher and to bring Fran to the battle. Okay, and Balthier is really simple to use and has great stats, okay? His static attack boost is kind of insane. There is nothing to hate about him. His Trust Mastery word, yes, it is only usable for Final Fantasy 12 characters, but again, he is very great, so I don't have a problem with that. His STMR is also quite decent, even for other characters. It has high attack, and yeah, 50% limit burst damage, if I'm mistaken, okay? So, yeah, very good STMR. And for Vision Card, it is also okay for him because of 500 static attack. But the base attack stats is kind of mediocre, so it's not good for non-Final Fantasy 12 characters. In the end, he is over 9,000 with Friend. Yes, I'm not kidding, he is really powerful. But without Friend, I can say he is still great, but only like 9.5, 9.8, okay? To be honest, when making this review, it made me want to pull for him, okay? Because, yes, he is simply insane, guys, even when you need Friend. Friend, okay? Not friend. Sorry guys, my pronunciation. So yep, I think that's all you need to know about Fleetfooted Sky Pirate Balthier. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more fun fantasy private experience guide. Bye bye guys.